80-degree temperatures in Fullerton, California. We're at Anderson Family Field for Big West Women's Softball Championships. Today is day 2 of 4 days of some of the best women's softball in the nation. Our game 1 features a #1 seed versus a #4 seed in Cal State Fullerton taking on UC Davis. Our brackets from day 1 look like this. UC Davis moved on with the win over Long Beach State to square up against Fullerton today. Santa Barbara beat UC San Diego. They advanced to take on Hawaii at 4 o'clock. And then Long Beach State knocked out UC San Diego to trim the field to 5. Happy to have you with us, everyone. Tracy Warren along with Tammy Blackburn. And Tammy, UC Davis is one of the teams that's got the number of Cal State Fullerton beating them earlier in the season.
They did on March 29th. They beat them 5-6. And so right now for UC Davis, they know they've got that win under their belt. Fullerton no longer feels unbeatable to Davis. They know that their game plan works. They saw their pitchers get strikeouts. They saw their hitters get runs. And the game plan came together nicely. That confidence is huge going against the #1 seed, Cal State Fullerton.
Fullerton has a score to settle. They got knocked out early last year. We'll see how they rebound in 2026. We will have starting lineups and first pitch when we come back to Fullerton, California. Seed Cal State Fullerton taking on UC Davis in day 2 of Big West Softball Championships. Our batting order for the lower seed UC Davis is as follows. Gia Felice followed by Sydney Poley, Kaylin Phillips, Claire Shelton, Riley Reeves, Marley Panziera, Alyssa Detlefson, Naomi Callan-Etra, and Kiera Brady. Team batting .284, and that is 6th best in the Big West Conference. Erin Thorpe is the head coach for UC Davis, and she has gotten her team to its first ever Big West Championship. She's in her 12th season with a record of .271 and .310 at the helm of UC Davis. And of course, that is Erin Thorpe, not Nikki Palmer, but both UCSD grads. Eva Hurtado will get the nod for Cal State Fullerton. Eva Hurtado, one of the best. She has gotten accolades all throughout the year with a record of 14-4, 3.47 ERA. You look at the strikeouts, 88, and she has thrown 109 innings pitched.
Ava is about a 59, 60 mile an hour thrower, but she has been increasing the speed about 63 miles per hour this year. She's a player that commands the ball, commands the circle. She has had growing confidence for this Fullerton team, and she throws a really nice change, does Ava.
Our defense behind Hurtado looks like this. Newcomb, Verhoff, and Pavlovich in the outfield. Casillas, Perez, McClinton, and Arce in the infield. Lopez is doing the catching for Hurtado. 7 first team All Big West for Cal State Fullerton and their coach, Gina Oaks Garcia, co-head coach of the year with Hawaii's head coach, Panita Thanatharn. Here comes Gia Felice, a first team All Big West for UC Davis, a senior out of Hollister, California. John Baca is our home plate umpire. Brady Sanderson is at first, and John Schaefer is at third.
Well, Eva knows that that strike zone could go side to side, up and down. She's going to start to measure this pretty early at the top of this lineup. Will Eva and Gia Felice, she's going to get after it. She'll be aggressive. Gia is a fiery player. She gets on base, and watch out. UC Davis will settle for manufacturing runs if they need to.
Felice, former Big West Player of the Week, March 23rd, 2026, where she batted .700 over 3 games, highlighted by a program in Big West record-tying 5-hit performance against Cal State Bakersfield. 7 hits, a double, 3 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Full counts to Gia Felice, first team All Big West.
Just a great career for Felice. Really has improved from her freshman year when she was honored with All Big West freshman team, a player that worked her tail off.
Off speed to second base. McClinton is there, and they get her by a step.
The one thing you will see Fullerton do very well is defend. Great fielding percentage for this Fullerton team, one of the best in the Big West.
And that'll bring up Sydney Poley, the senior out of Fair Oaks, California, and Bella Vista High School. It is the top of this UC Davis order, which really was the most productive in their opening win against Long Beach. And in talking with Erin Thorpe, the head coach for UC Davis, she wants to get started early. She said this team has confidence, as you mentioned in the open, Tammy, about having knocked off Fullerton at UC Davis.
But right now, Eva Hurtado has Poley where she wants her. She has got the count that she wants, can pitch.
Back up the middle, got to be a quick throw, and not in time, as Poley is the first single of this game for UC Davis.
Hurtado almost grabbed that one, a bit of a snow cone that fell out of her glove and had a bounce just right around second base. And it was nice coverage by Perez, Sarah Perez. She had to turn and make the throw, and Tracy, it was that turn that took a lot of time and allowed Poley to get down to first.
Perez is the field player of the year in the Big West this year. Kaylin Phillips is in for UC Davis in the number 3 spot. A freshman out of San Diego, California, in Otay Ranch. Says a lot about Phillips when she is in the number 3 spot for the number 4 seed. Curveball on the low outside part of the plate. Phillips, one of a number of athletes who comes from San Diego, who has elevated into Division I softball. The whole South County, San Diego County, great talent that you see a lot of coaches attend high school games to pick that talent off to come play D1.
They really invest in that down, in particular in that region, and the payoff is absolutely huge when you look across this Big West league, just the Big West alone, and you see the players and where they hail from. What a pitch by Hurtado. Eva gets that one back as she was down in the count. 3-1 now full. Got to be mindful of Poli on first base. She's got speed, Tracy.
Goes with the off speed again, back-to-back off speeds, and they get Caitlin Phillips with the first strikeout for Hurtado.
What a nice job by Hurtado to work her back way down from 3-1 to full count, and then this pitch to finalize it, she pulls the string back, and it also has a little bit of outside edge to it. Hit her spot.
Hurtado, just a sophomore, but already first team All Big West. The accolades to come into a program with expectations of, hey, we should be working toward a national championship. What a great job she has done. Shelton is in, shot to right field, and Polovich is there to glove it for the third out of the inning. One hit, but Fullerton holds off the Aggies. The Titans come to bat.
It's easy to play it safe, but that's not our story. Only the bold. It's our mission. A call for risk takers and change makers to shine. In the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Bold is our past, our future, our passion. Bold is the next level. The Big West, only the bold.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Introducing CU1 High Yield Checking, the account that rewards you for everyday banking. Earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No minimum or opening balance required. Get started at cu1.com/high yield checking.
In Hawaii, beauty is all around us. It inspires the way we move, breathe, feel, the way we dive, jump, play. When you see our home like we do, Hawaii stays with you.
Cal State Fullerton coming to bat. The #1 seed has the #1 offense in the Big West, and their lineup looks like this. Sarah Perez, followed by Colby McClinton, Sarah Cosillos, Ava Arce, Alexia Lopez, Maggie Polovich, Lulu Sanchez, Kate Veerhoff, and Sophia Newcomb. You see that robust .342 team batting average to lead the conference. Gina Oaks Garcia is the head coach. She is co-coach of the year for Cal State Fullerton, formerly a player. She is in her second season as the head coach and an alum of the Titans. And a fantastic job she has done. Little bitter taste in her mouth. Was the #1 seed last year and got knocked out by Hawaii and UCSB and wants to make amends this year. Caroline Grimes is in the circle for UC Davis, a second team All Big West. She has been phenomenal for the Aggies, a record of 13-14, 3.45 ERA with 115 strikeouts. She will face Sarah Perez. Perez, the junior, out of Whittier, California. Perez, the Field Player of the Year for the Big West Conference and also a first-team All Big West Conference.
She's a great lefty for this team. Slapper, she has great speed. She'll put some pressure on this UC Davis team early.
And already we've got a conference out in the circle, and it sounds like they might be talking an illegal pitch early. And we've already seen Grimes in this tournament, and there was one illegal pitch called.
Yeah, she has to maintain connection with her feet on the pitcher's plate at all times until that ball is out of her hand. And she was hopping off that plate. She also at one point looked to be out of the pitcher's lane, but the illegal pitch yesterday was just that hop. You got to maintain that connection with the pitcher's plate.
Strike called. Well, we always like them to say, if you're going to call an illegal pitch, do it in the early innings, not when there's 2 runners on in the 4th and the game could be decided by the illegal pitch call.
Yeah, very good point. You don't want that to be the winning run, is to walk somebody in, and that's how you lose.
Chopper, and that is going to be in there for the first single for Cal State Fullerton. There is a reason that Perez bats .463 on the year. She is a fantastic, fantastic hitter.
She's also pretty loose as she's dancing there at first base, but watch this slap. This is just really a consummate slap by a lefty. It's a high chop out of the infield. She gets down to first, and now this is where she shines, so UC Davis has to be careful. She steals 12 out of 17 attempted. Really good numbers there.
Colby McClinton will lay down the bunt. The sacrifice is successful, and they get McClinton at first base. So Perez is in scoring position. Fullerton defense, we've got Shelton Brady, and that is Davis defense. We'll come back and show you Fullerton's defense. And that was Davis's defense, and so the graphic was right. We'll get there. Sarah Cosillos is the number 3 hitter for Cal State Fullerton. Another fantastic bat. The defensive player of the year, first team All Big West. A sophomore out of Oxnard, California. (2-0) to Cosillos. Strike called.
Grimes really attacking, and you like the calls that you're seeing. She's working the outside a little bit. She's been very reliable for this UC Davis team, stepped up when they need it. You will see her work east-west, so that's going to be across the plate. Those are those vertical lines that are horizontal lines that she's going to be measuring up. She'll cross different planes, but she'll also look east to west, the vertical line, seeing like, okay, how far on the inside, how far on the outside, but at different levels, she'll come in across the plate.
3-1 to Cosillos. That ball hit on the right side. It is playable. Riley Reeves will get underneath it and glove it for the second out of the inning. And here is the Davis defense. It looks like the Shelton Brady and Detlefson in the outfield. Felice Panziera, Reeves, and Poli. Kellen Etra is doing the catching, and Grimes is doing the pitching. Ava Arce, the first baseman, the number 4 hitter for Cal State Fullerton. A senior out of Huntington Beach, California. Preseason All Big West. Arce coming in batting .280. Grimes pitched yesterday in the game against Long Beach State. She threw 5.1 innings. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. She did not get the win. Sawai got it, Ashley Sawai, who pitched 1.2 innings. But Grimes kept the Beach at bay until Sawai cut close the door. That ball well hit, and that is gone! Two-run home run, Ava Arce! And the Titans go on top 2-0 in the bottom of the first.
Well, the cleanup hitter did exactly that. She cleaned the bases. With a runner in scoring position at second, she gets all of this, puts the big part of the barrel on that ball, and that ball just sails. Absolutely no chance for Brady. With runners in scoring position, Arce had come up to that at bat with an average of .333, very good average, and you just saw that increases her percentages with a runner in scoring position.
8th home run on the year for Ava Arce as Alexia Lopez takes strike one. Lopez, a senior out of Eastvale, California.
She's just a great spot in this lineup in this 5th position, and she can do so much. Awarded All Big West first team last year, and Coach Garcia knew that she really had a special player that's flexible, can move her around, but a solid player in this 5th spot that when somebody like Ava Arce comes up to bat and cleans things up, she's the next person to work at getting on and continuing the momentum through that lineup after her 6, 7, 8, and 9.
And Lopez, you mentioned first team last year, also first team All Big West this year. Strike three. So Grimes gets Lopez, but Fullerton gets to Grimes for 2. Ava Arce goes yard, and we've got a 2-0 ball game. Bring up 5, 6, and 7. Take a look at the starting pitchers. Good numbers for both of them, Tammy.
Yeah, a lot of innings pitched between the two of them. 109 for Eva Hurtado, and for Grimes, 166. You talk about a workhorse for this UC Davis team. Interestingly enough, Hurtado pitched twice against UC Davis in the regular season. She picked up a win. She also got the loss when UC Davis beat Fullerton 6-5 in 7 innings. So these two teams familiar with each other, but they've seen Hurtado for several innings, and so they know what they're up against.
Riley Reeves, the sophomore out of Turlock, California, facing Hurtado. Well, you look at this Fullerton team last year with the first ever Big West Championships. You've got this beautiful field, you've got a great fan base, and you've got the legacy of national championships. And for them to get knocked out in double elimination right out of the gate. It was a stunner for Fullerton. And I feel like almost from that point forward, they were on a mission to make it back and take what they feel is theirs.
I agree. I think, you know, their last NCAA appearance, 2024, they went into last year thinking, we're going to do this again and create some of this, sort of this, you know, streak of going to the NCAA. They had had 32 NCAA appearances up until that point. They didn't make it that last year, trying to get back this year. But it tells you about the talent and the parity in this league.
Hurtado, 2-2 to Reeves, fouls that off. Now coming from the UC Davis side, this is a team that didn't make it last year and is now in at the number 4 seed and has knocked off a couple of very good teams, including this Fullerton squad. And for them, anything is possible. And you gotta have that fearless type of attitude as you go into championship type play.
I think Davis's head coach, Aaron Thorpe, has done a wonderful job.
To short. Perez is there, and a good glove at first by RC.
Wow, what a pickup by RC. She stretched out and just grabbed that one off a short hopper. The throw from Perez pretty deep. But going back to Thorpe and what she's done for UC Davis, she's done an excellent job. Excited to be here. When you talk to her on the phone about how long it took them to get here, there's a reward for them, and the fact that they got out of yesterday and they come into today through that winner's bracket, if you will. Remember, we talked about this in the Open. They know how to beat Fullerton. They have the game plan, does UC Davis. They've seen it work. And if psychologically that doesn't work for you, and I know Aaron Thorpe talking to her team about that, reminding them how their game plan did work.
Jake Lively, the assistant coach for UC Davis, jawing a little bit with home plate umpire John Barra. Barra came over, kind of just put him back in the, John Baca puts him back into the dugout.
Didn't give him a warning, but let him know.
Marley Panziera, the junior out of Salinas, California, going against Hurtado, has a 2-0 count. You look at the first team awards in the Big West for the postseason for Fullerton. They have 7 award winners on the first team. UC Davis has 1. And I feel like the Aggies revel in this underdog role. And she walked her. First walk given up by Hurtado here in the second inning with 1 out.
Right fielder, number 27, Alyssa Deflison.
Alyssa Deflison, the sophomore out of Fair Oaks, California.
Detlefson is just a sophomore, one of many young talent for Aaron Thorpe in this Aggies team. Right here out of, you mentioned it, Fair Oaks, California, seeing family members with wearing her jersey.
Did she go? She did go.
Check.
0-2 now for Detlefson.
Now, she's such a great player around the field for Aaron Thorpe. She's a right-handed pitcher. She plays the outfield. She bats left, throws right. Her versatility and athleticism is really off the charts.
Just on the outside part of the plate.
Being a pitcher, she knows what to look like, or excuse me, look for, and what everything looks like. She's got that experience, so a bit of a advantage there. However, Hurtado has her where she wants her.
Gets her on the outside part of the plate. Second strikeout for Eva Hurtado.
Watch this pitch. This is that east-west work, and that's really well off the plate. Just reaches Detlefson. That would have been count for 2-2, and she gets her reaching.
Naomi Kalinetra in at the number 8 position for UC Davis. The sophomore out of Davis, California, with a healthy 279 average in the number 8 spot.
I think she's a stud catcher. Liked what I saw with her yesterday. Her communication is really, I think, one of the best that I've seen in this league. She's just a sophomore, but you know, she's the only player that doesn't have her back to the field, and she understands how important that is.
She was batting number 5 in the game against Long Beach. Erin Thorpe has moved her down to the number 8 spot as she tries to find the hot hitters in the postseason. It really is about who is hitting and how do you stack the lineup. That's up the middle and will fall in for a hit. Second hit off of Hurtado, and now the Aggies have runners at first and second here in the top of the second.
And Brady is going to come up after this. You see the hit. She just pokes it right out of the infield, up and over. Just a... And so Brady comes in at that 9th spot, and now Brady, who's going to try to turn the lineup over, has got a runner on. 2 outs. Lopez talking to Hurtado and just taking a little bit of time to settle her in right now. Say, you don't have to worry about that runner on first. We've got 2 outs. We've got your back. Let the defense work. You got runner in scoring position on second. Get your out. Do what you do best.
Kiera Brady's going to try and do what she does best. She's a sophomore from Santa Clara, California, a graduate of Archbishop Mitty yesterday. She went 2 for 3 with an RBI against Long Beach State to help the Aggies beat the Beach, send them into the elimination bracket where they ultimately beat UC San Diego to send the Tritons home. Off-speed pitch to third, mishandled, and the bases are loaded. A rare miscue for Sarah Casillas, the defensive player of the year in the Big West.
There's your hot corner, just not able to handle it. It was a hard hit ball. Watch how hard this is. I mean, it comes off super hard, and then it would have been just an easy step on the base for the force out, and to get Fullerton out of the inning. Brady does what she does. Top of the lineup now for UC Davis, and bases are juiced.
For the number 1 hitter on the team with the best average, Gia Felice, she was 2 for 4 in yesterday's game against the Beach with an RBI. This was the most productive part of the lineup for the Aggies yesterday.
Felice is a player that can give you multi-hit games. She got on in her first at-bat.
Her 61 hits are the most for the Aggies. Bases loaded. Outside, did she go? Yes, she did. 1 and 2, and Hurtado in the driver's seat. Outside. 2 and 2. Hurtado getting tested early. The Aggies expected to test Hurtado. Here's the 2-2. And she gets her! Hurtado closes the door with the bases loaded. And the Aggies are scoreless. We move to the bottom of the second. Cal State Fullerton leads by a pair.
Our Spirit Squad is heading into the stands of the crowd for a free meal from Patrick Williams.
Gia Felice was smoking after that at bat.
Yeah, she was hot. She knew she had an opportunity with bases juiced here, and she strikes out on a chase pitch. Watch this. Slams her bat into the dirt and the grass as she takes her helmet off. You don't get very many opportunities like that against Cal State Fullerton and Eva Hurtado. And when you're down 2-0, you're the leadoff, you've got 3 on. She knew that she wanted something. She was looking to produce. So she'll shake it off. She's that player, and she's going to look for another opportunity as a senior leader.
Maggie Polovich, her first look at Caroline Grimes, batting in the number 6 spot.
Screwball working up and in against Polovich.
At an Albany, California, coming in with a healthy .310 average. Chopper to second. Reeves, the missed throw, and there goes Polovich. And now Polovich is a leadoff base runner here in the second.
Well, tough break. Reeves fielded that one very well. She timed the last hop perfectly, and then something happened with her throw, and I'm not sure exactly what. But Polovich is getting down the baseline. She sees that Poli is off the base, and that ball goes and hits the dugout fence. She goes in and picks up that extra base on the overthrow.
Lulu Sanchez batting as a designated player in the number 7 spot. Strike called. Sanchez at La Mirada, California. Trying to add to the run total for Fullerton. Fouls that back.
Well, she's a designated player, and she had that role early on in the season and just proved to the coaching staff that she was producing in that role, and it's hard to not put her in this lineup with her bat, especially in the position that she's in.
That is right back up the middle. The runner is being sent home. The throw, not in time. Fullerton goes ahead 3-0 on the RBI by Lulu Sanchez.
Well, this is why Sanchez is in the lineup as the designated player. And this hit low and on the ground through the infield, just an absolute drive. With the runner in scoring position, that's just automatic for Polovich to come home. And Tracy, you are seeing early on in this game that the balance throughout the lineup for Fullerton is really, really highly skilled.
They've got 6 players who are starters who bat better than 300. And then the non-starters, 4 bat better than 300. So you've got the best hitting team in the conference, and you've got depth to add on top of that.
Think about what Sanchez did. She's in that 7th slot, but it was Polovich before her who got on in the 6th slot. And when you've got players in the 5th and 6th positions that can get on, and then a DP comes in like Sanchez and does what she does. Just mentioned it, her role early in the season showed Coach Garcia can't leave her out of the lineup. She's too good with the bat in her hands.
Kate Veerhoff, the junior at Alea Viejo, California. Veerhoff has been in the leadoff spot as Gina Oaks Garcia tries to tinker with that starting lineup. She was there back in February. You get a lefty up there, but decided to move her to the number 8 spot at a center field. She's got some RBI opportunities with Sanchez on second. Rise ball gets her second strikeout of the game for Grimes.
Left fielder, number 20, Sophia Duca.
There is action in the bullpen for UC Davis. they'll conference right now just as a whole team. The outfielders coming in want to talk about taking back the momentum. Home plate umpire John Baca making his way slowly. He will break this up any moment, but I think this is a really good move here to get your infield and your outfield to provide some confidence to Grimes. She doesn't need a whole lot of confidence. She's such a wonderful player that comes in knowing how good she is. But right now, you want to just kind of let her settle in and just give her a moment to take a deep breath. Elena Edis is in the bullpen for UC Davis, just starting to slowly warm up. Not sure what Aaron Thorpe and company for UC Davis, the staff, will think with Grimes in terms of leaving her in and short hook or how long they're going to go.
Sophia Newcomb is in the number 9 spot, the sophomore out of Fair Oaks, California, and transfer from Sonoma State. Off speed, strike 1. Three runs on the board for Cal State Fullerton. Off speed, fouls that back.
Newcomb hasn't been in a situation this season where she is at bat with runners in scoring position. She's only seen that opportunity 14 times, and she's produced 2, so a low batting average with a runner in scoring position. However, there's a lot of momentum right now for Fullerton.
Day 2 of our 4 days of the Big West Softball Championships here at Anderson Family Field in Fullerton, California. We will crown a champion on Saturday who gets the NCAA bid.
Grimes with the outside pitch to the lefty, well off the plate. You're seeing some similar pitches with both of these pitchers. Hurtado working east-west, Grimes doing the same thing, and some of these pitches, Tracy, well off the plate.
And she gets Newcomb.
Yes.
Second strikeout this inning, 3rd overall.
Good spin, good movement on that one. She brought it in, and so you see she's working around, hitting some spots, all quadrants, trying to leave the hitters guessing where this one is going to be. The pitch before this was really off the plate. This one right over the plate, starting to climb upstairs a little bit.
Sarah Perez. That gets through. Runner going home, and another run will score 4-0. Cal State Fullerton with the RBI by Sarah Perez.
Look at the looseness of Sarah Perez. We saw that in her first at bat. She just plays this game with a lot of love and a lot of joy. Sanchez is on second, and this little slap pokes it through the infield. Sanchez knew, and she rounded third, and Coach Garcia says, absolutely, and
to have Perez up in that opportunity, she's the Big West leader in batting average and hits, and you think, well, you got to be really careful with Perez with a runner in scoring position, and she just jumped on the first pitch.
This is why, with runners in scoring position, she was hitting .583, and that percentage will go up to probably close to .600 with that lefty slapper there.
How can you do math in watching softball?
I'm actually really good with numbers. You know, interestingly enough, you and I have been doing this job for a really long time, and we bury ourselves into stats, and so you just start to get used to what each hit means. It's a numbers game, right, Tracy?
If you say so, Tammy. Colby McClinton, she sacrificed her first time up. Now, Fullerton loves to run. They are one of the tops in the conference in stolen bases, and Perez has got foot speed.
94 stolen bases on 121 attempts, about 78, 79%.
On cue, Perez. And she's in there. Stolen base, Sarah Perez.
Number 95 for Fullerton. When you're in the 80 percentile, oh, did she leave the base too early? Because they're calling a third out.
And that is the call. She left too early, so no stolen base, a third out. We're out of the inning, 4-0, Fullerton. Head coach and co-coach of the year in the Big West, Gina Oaks Garcia. Coach, you had a day to kind of sit and take it all in, and Fullerton went right to work. Talk about your offense.
You know, just really proud of them, right? Coming in, stepping in, having the good energy. Sarah Perez setting the tone like she always does, going 2 for 2 already. I couldn't be more proud. And Ava Arce coming up with the clutch at bat home run. It's just exciting to see them do their thing.
Eva Hurtado, coach, is doing such a nice job of working the zone. I think, you know, she's going edge to edge, and then she's pushing the boundaries on the left and the right, and she knows where the zone is. Talk about her performance so far.
Yeah, she's a bulldog out there, right? You're going to get good corners, quality corners, and her ability to change speeds. I mean, the deception out of her hand is awesome, and, you know, defense got to make plays behind her, and just really excited about her approach so far. Just got to keep it going.
Coach, Cinco de Mayo 2 days ago, you got a little party left over in you?
You see it. I don't know what's even on my head, so here we go.
Coach, thanks so much for spending time with us.
Thank you. Time pride.
You know, I think the sombrero looks a little bit better than the headset. I think she ought to wear it when she's coaching third. What are the odds that she'll do it? I think the 0.
2, 3, and 4 for UC Davis as they try to get to Hurtado in the circle. They've got some work to do. 4 runs put on the board by the Titans.
This is the time, top of the third. You don't want to wait too long. You just don't get very many chances against this Fullerton team. And also remember, one of the best defenses.
Going right to work. Hurtado going right to work to field the position. Out number 1.
Titans have a .975 fielding percentage, which is the best in program history. Just edging out the 2019 season, Tracy, of .9749. I round up. I think it's a tie. They say they beat it. Program record. I'll go for it.
Kaylin Phillips struck out her first time up. .241 average as Phillips is trying to put some pressure on Cal State Fullerton. This UC Davis team has 16 underclassmen, 9 freshmen, and 7 sophomores. And when we were talking to Erin Thorpe about when your freshmen come into this field, what are they seeing? They're seeing all of the awards. Does that intimidate them? And she said, no, not at all. She said, we're kind of taking it in. It's a good environment for the best softball, and we want to be among the best softball teams in the nation.
Well, the associate head coach for Fullerton, Coach Araujo, has led this defense to a number 19 ranking. Team's 29 double plays is second best And so you see all the All-Americans and, of course, the 1996 national champions with head coach Judy Garman. But you really do a deep dive, and they're going against a really tough defense.
Ball 4. So Hurtado walks Kaylin Phillips. She is a 1-out base runner here in the top of the 3rd. The second walk given up by Hurtado. Claire Shelton, the number 4 hitter for UC Davis. Yesterday, she was 2 for 3 against Long Beach State. Goes after the first pitch. That's a foul ball to second for 1 to first, not in time. So on the fielder's choice, Fullerton gets the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Riley Reeves. Well, you watch Fullerton and how loose they are playing and how well they execute. It's like they are ready to pounce. Just so much talent on this team, but all the performance, all the numbers.
Yeah, in each position, if you were to break it down, the 4 infielders, of course the pitching circle with whoever's playing, they can field their position. 3 very good outfielders. So when you combine all them, that's what makes them, you know, one of the best defensive programs in the history.
Fullerton, an early win against Oregon. Throw down the first, just did not get her.
Lopez thought she could pick her off. It was a good look. I like the throw down, just to let the runner know that she's thinking about her.
Chopper, Hurtado's got to make a quick work of this, and she does for the 3rd out of the inning. The Titans are tough, offensive and defensive. We're moving to the bottom of the 3rd.
Make more of your money with a high-yield checking account with Credit Union One, the official banking partner of the Midwest.
There are places on this planet where the sunset truly outdoes itself. Where music is as constant as the urge to be barefoot. Where you're welcome with love, respect, and a soundtrack. Outrigger Resorts and Hotels. Come be here.
Maya Schultens, a freshman from Concord, California, is the new pitcher for UC Davis as we move to the bottom of the 3rd. Schultens coming in with a record of 3-2, 5.37 ERA, 19 strikeouts, 21 walks, and a different look than Grimes, as Grimes will at least come out of the game now. We may see her again. 2 innings pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Grimes back in, but how about the stage that the freshman comes in? This is her first appearance in a Big West championship, as we did not see her yesterday. I like the change by Erin Thorpe. I like that she wants Fullerton to see something different here in the bottom of the third. They pitch by committee. They're going to throw a lot of pitchers. They have a big pitching staff. And Tracy, they had some warm-up in the bullpen for a little while. And there's still activity in the UC Davis bullpen. So they're going to keep that staff ready to go.
Colby McClinton. Rise ball. One and two to Colby McClinton, the number 2 hitter for the Titans. Strike 3.
Third baseman, number 12, Sarah Lucio.
Schulten's working her magic
Yeah,
here early.
You're right, against a really good hitter that versus right-handers, she was hitting .380 overall, coming in McClinton at .396.
Sarah Casillas popped to second her first time up. Well, you get a different look, and with 2, 3, and 4 coming up here in the bottom of the third, it's a good move by UC Davis, and see how the adjustments are made for Cal State Fullerton. Two and 0.
A curveball working away from the batter, just got away from Schulten's on that one a bit too much. She'll work with Kalanetra to bring that ball in a little bit. That spin sometimes and can get away from you.
Outside.
Trying to find that spot on the outside. She brought that one in and up a bit more. She is behind in the count, 3-0. There it was. Boy, it took her a little bit to find that spot, but that's got to feel good for Schulten's.
It is the first time she is seeing Cal State Fullerton, and the last time she pitched was against Cal Poly on May 2nd. It's a game that UC Davis won. She also saw time on May 1st against Cal Poly.
Look at this, it was 3-0, and now she's got full count. 2 really good pitches. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to settle in. She's probably got just a few nerves.
Maya Schulten's a freshman. Gets her with the rise.
Oh, that feels really good for Schulten's.
Second strikeout this inning for the freshman.
What a nice job to go outside a few times. She found the spot.
But this is Ava Arce last time up. The 2-run home run and helped put Cal State Fullerton out early, 2-0. They've since added to that. It's a 4-0 ball game. And Arce now taking on a different pitcher in Schulten's.
Well, I really love that for Schulten. She worked the outside and then she got one on the rise ball, worked up and down, east to west. If that doesn't give her confidence, I don't know what will. She comes in, she takes the ball just as a freshman, down by 4.
You know, Tammy, she's only got 30 innings coming into this championship, so it's probably the coaching staff says, this is the #1 hitting team in the Big West. They've not seen her. Let's at least throw someone different in this middle part of the lineup. And so far, back-to-back strikeouts.
3-2 record for Schulten's.
That ball is hit well, and that is off the fence. A 2-out double for Ava Arce, her second hit of this game.
Number 22, Alexia Lopez.
Boy, she's got a lot of power. She goes opposite here in the gap between left and center to the fence. It hits the warning track. The lefty slides in to second base. She's got to feel good about where she is in terms of her power.
The 9th double of the season for Arce, and a lot of folks say, you know, she was so highly touted last year, getting a lot of looks, a lot of preseason awards. She was preseason All Big West. Her average was down this year, but boy, the good players play at their best during the postseason, and she has got 2 hits in this game, and now a pinch runner will come in for Cal State Fullerton.
Attention, please. Pinch running for the Titans. Number 10, Leslie Valdez.
Leslie Valdez will do the pinch running.
Freshman out of Pico Rivera, California, right here in the LA area, not too far from Orange County, where we are.
2 outs, Valdez in scoring position, and Alexia Lopez, who struck out her first time up, is up at the plate.
She's hitting 382 versus right-handers. And with runners in scoring position, watch out, 378. So many of these Fullerton players with the balance throughout their lineup, they have been in these situations before, so they are familiar with what they need to do, how to look for a pitch, even with a new pitcher. Lopez has been in this situation 37 times this season with a runner in scoring position. Tell you, the experience through the lineup, Tracy, is in favor of Fullerton with statistically with their numbers.
One and two. To short, hard hit ball. And a good play by Panziera to get her for out number 3. So the freshman, Maya Schulten, settles down Cal State Fullerton 4-0 as we move to the top of the 4th. As the Titans have a 4-0 lead, Hawaii is in the house, and they will play UC Santa Barbara in our game at 4 o'clock today in a battle of undefeated so far. Of course, Hawaii, the number 2 seed, not having played a game yet. They advanced to the second day. And UC Santa Barbara, that fantastic long win, 9 innings over UC San Diego to advance to today's game.
You think Hawaii is just eager to just play.
They've been in California
Yes.
since their last series. They didn't fly back to the mainland, or actually to the island. So, yeah, I think they want to get at it.
Yeah, I think they're just itching to get on the field and play some softball. Sometimes the wait can be so painful.
Marley Panziera had that nice play at shortstop facing Hurtado. She walked her first time up. Panziera was 1 for 3 in the win against Long Beach State. Ball hit well, and there is Panziera with her first hit of this game.
Yeah, good contact. She actually was jammed just slightly, but not too much that she couldn't make good contact. The lower part of the bat allows her to just put that one up and over the infield. Good swing. She's out in front of it, but that was an inside pitch.
Alyssa Detlefson, the fantastic right fielder for UC Davis, struck out her first time up.
Yeah, using that curveball that's low, that's working away from a left-handed hitter.
Back up the middle, Hurtado, the missed throw, and the runners are safe all around.
I know that there's a sense of urgency with runners because there are speed on the bases, but if you get this ball and you're Hurtado, you know that the runner from first is not really in a position for you to have to throw it with such sense of urgency. I think you got to just wait, give it a 1-2 count. Make sure you're throwing it to the right defender, that there's coverage, but it's a turnaround and just throw it. You don't know who you're throwing to. There's two players really straddling the base, and I think you've got to be really careful. My point is she had time and did not need to turn and throw. She could turn, look, and then throw.
You know, mechanically too, Tammy, if you look at her body in terms of that first foot, the foot that really guides where the ball goes, it wasn't planted. So her shoulders, her whole upper body was open, and that led to the errant throw, but it also led to now 2 Davis runners being on, and the number 8 hitter, Naomi Kalinetra, to the plate.
You know, I get it. I understand that when you're fielding, you know, your position, you're a pitcher, you want that out so bad. It's the lead run. You want to protect your 4-run lead. But in that particular situation, there is a moment where you can take a breath and then throw and make sure that you are throwing to the right person. Tracy, I think you're right too. The reason also it kind of sailed was the position, right, that you described.
Meanwhile, the Aggies trying to make some noise here at the bottom part of the order. Kalinetra singled her first time up. Healthy 279 average, batting in the number 8 spot. And this is why Davis has a lot of confidence. They beat UC Santa Barbara in 2, knocked off Hawaii in 1, they beat Fullerton in 1. And we didn't know until the end of the regular season where the seeding other than Fullerton would wind up, and Davis gets the number 4 seed. So kudos to them for their number 4 seed in their first ever Big West Championships.
It's exciting. They get to play against the number 1 team. They got out of day 1 with a win yesterday.
14-game improvement from last year to this year. Strike 3.
Wow. I think Hurtado is, you know, getting a little bit angry at what happened in that last play and the throw and how the lead runner wasn't thrown out, and so she just kind of takes it out on the next batter here. And what a pitch, and look who's fired up, Alexia Lopez. What a nice job Alexia Lopez does to encourage Hurtado.
Kiara Brady got on by an error, by third baseman Sarah Casillo, her last time up.
A big out that was with runners on.
Four strikeouts for Hurtado so far. She's been throwing a 3-hitter against UC Davis. Top of the order on deck, and the hot-hitting Gia Felice. Inside, ball gets away, and it hits her. And now bases loaded for the top of the order, Gia Felice. First team All Big West, leads the team in average in hits and has yet to get a hit in this game. Well, Davis had an opportunity in the second. They have an opportunity in the fourth.
Remember, Gia Felice struck out in her last at bat, and we showed you her frustration as she slammed the bat to the ground.
Back up the middle to short. They'll get one, trying to turn two. Got two! Fullerton gets out of the inning, but looks like we're gonna have a challenge by UC Davis.
Felice she says absolutely not. She goes right back to the bag, and she's on the bag, turning to the dugout saying, no, that is not an out. And so watch what happens here. Fielded, the double play, the turn, and then watch what happens when you can't see Felice. She's out of your angle. See if you can see it here. And she thinks she's safe. She takes her helmet off. Watch this frustration at the umpire, turns to the dugout, and then immediately goes over and stands on first base.
Boy, that was close.
It was close.
And it's the difference between a run for UC Davis or no run.
A bang-bang play at first with a very important call.
So we've got the folks who are looking at the challenge video right next to us.
Boy, the passion that Felice plays with, you just see how much this game means to her. Oh my gosh, how do you make that call? Felice's toe is pointed up in the air. It's the heel that you want to look at. And at what point does that heel hit the bag, Tracy, with the ball? Is it in the glove? Tracy, do they call that this game is a game of inches?
I think this is going to stand. I think it's going to be an out. It was so simultaneous, there's not enough to show that you can overturn this. I mean, they are looking at this from all different angles to make sure they didn't miss, from the timing to the closing of the glove at first by RC.
I mean, remember, clear video evidence that the call on the field was incorrect. That's what has to happen with this challenge for Davis. Ruling on the field could stand, which would be that she's out, which means there's no clear, indisputable video evidence to confirm or change the call.
Yeah, I don't think there is enough to overturn
Not
that.
indisputable?
Yep.
Yep, okay. And that's what UC Davis needs. So
that will be the third out of the inning, and Fullerton gets out of it. They lead 4-0.
Everybody advance to look for the song of the game.
First, and it's a good call by the officials. And now Cal State Fullerton will try to get some more runs on the table, 6, 7, and 8. Facing the freshman, Maya Schultens. Schultens struck out 2 of 3 last inning and is getting some extra work for the Aggies as she has spelled Caroline Grimes, who gave up 4 runs on 4 hits in 2 innings of work.
I can see why Gia Felice thought that she had a shot.
You know, you hit that safety bag, and they do that, the safety bag, so you don't collide with RC at first. And you see the cleats make contact, but at the same time the cleats were making contact, the glove was starting to squeeze the ball. Maggie Polovich. This freshman is fearless in the circle. Maya Schultens going to work.
Well, she came in and threw some pitches, didn't get the strike called, and then she started moving the ball in a little bit more because she was really on the outer edges. Oh, and she gets Polovich to chase. Wait, that would have been a ball clearly. But see, that's what Schultens does. She's outside, then she's moving it in, and then in this case, Polovich thinks she's going to get one that's a little bit closer, and it looks like it is, but it's so deceiving. The deception with her pitches is really on point.
Lulu Sanchez had an RBI single and a run scored her last time up. Well, you talk about gamers. Schultens coming into today's game had 19 strikeouts, 19 over the course of an entire season. She has 3 strikeouts already against the #1 hitting team in the Big West.
And Erin Thorpe with that is seeing a great future for Schultens. She's literally in the dugout looking out there saying, I can't wait to develop Schultens into the pitcher that she can be. And she's showing a lot of promise.
That ball is hit well, and it sees life. Extra bases for Lulu Sanchez. A 1-out double.
.44, Kate Gerhard.
Fifth double of the season for Lulu Sanchez.
All the way to the warning track. She turns first base. She knows she's going to get to second. She's just so good in that situation, was hitting .393 going into that at bat with bases empty, and so it tells you what she can do as a hitter that wants to get momentum for her team.
Kate Verhoff.
And here's a player that can pick up that momentum and run with it with the bat in her hands.
Verhoff struck out her last time up. 1 out, runner on second. Fullerton leading 4-0. Slop to third. Mishandled, and now we got a rundown. Sanchez. Sanchez is tagged, runner will advance, and Verhoff winds up at second as Sanchez gets in the rundown for enough time for Verhoff to get to second base.
Yeah, she got caught, and then she knew what she had to do. Is she had to give time for Sanchez to make her way down. Here's, you'll see this from this view. This is a bird's eye view, not fielded cleanly by Felice. And then here's the rundown, and then the near toss to second base, but it didn't go. Panziera said, no, I don't need to. She's safe at second. We're going to have a new hitter come in for Fullerton.
Gianna Lomel.
Lomeli.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Cal State Fullerton, number 24, Gianna Lomeli.
Gianna Lomeli will pitch hit in the number 9 spot for Sophia Newcomb. And will face the freshman, Maya Schulten. Lomeli looking for her first hit of the season.
This is only her 7th game played and her 6th at bat this season. We talk about getting in a game, and she's a freshman getting in a game on a big stage with an opportunity to get another insurance run for the Titans with a runner in scoring position. These are opportunities that Coach Garcia would love to have. And look at that big swing by Lomeli.
The freshman out of Rialto, California, batted .407 at Upland High School in 2025 with 24 hits and 8 home runs.
Good pitch by Schulten. You got a freshman going up against a freshman. Both of these players right here, inexperienced in terms of being on this stage in the Big West Championship. Schulten's a freshman, Lomeli a freshman. First time for each of them.
2 outs, 2-2. Runner on second. Fouls that back.
Almost got her on the hands. Working that screwball inside and up on Lomeli.
Schulten's, Lomeli. And that is her first hit of the year, and they're going to send the runner home. The throw, the tag, got her! And that will be the 3rd out of the inning after Gianna Lomeli gets the first hit of her career. A great play at the plate by the Aggies to get Fullerton and close the door to the bottom of the 4th. We're moving to the 5th. Fullerton on top.
UC Davis makes the world a better place in so many ways. What? Name one? We'll give you 5. We practically invented the plug-in hybrid. We've treated burnt animals with bandages made of fish skin. Prohibition almost killed California wine. We brought it back. We developed the world's first whole-body scanner. In this unassuming building, a 20th century art movement was born. From the cars you drive to the wine you drink, it's all in a day's work at UC Davis.
Credit Union One Free Checking has everything you need to bank on the go, make deposits and more with our highly rated mobile app. And get your direct deposit up to 2 days sooner with CU1 Early Pay. Open your account in minutes at creditunion1.org.
Introducing CU1 High Yield Checking, the account that rewards you for everyday banking. Earn up to 5.25% APY when you make qualifying transactions each month. No minimum or opening balance required. Get started at cu1.com/high yield checking.
Great teams making great plays at the Big West Championship. We have seen some of the finest softball and some great arms in the outfield getting the runner for Cal State Fullerton.
Well, it was Gianna Lomeli, the freshman, with the hit, and she goes opposite. Detlef is in right field for UC Davis. Watch this throw home. Detlef is going to hit Kalanetra, and she's going to tag Verhoff. And Kalanetra fired up. And the freshman pitcher, Schulten's, thanking Kalanetra for making that tap. But what a throw by the outfielder in Detlefson with a bang-bang play. Good slide, I thought, by Fullerton's Verhoff. Good slide, but what a great play.
And UC Davis going right to work. Sydney Poley pops it up to the infield. Perez will take it over for out number 1.
Number 2, Caleb Phillips.
That was, as you called it, Gianna Lomeli, the freshman who came in, the designated hitter. Her first hit, the freshman. Nice to see her make that kind of contact. Even though the subsequent play at home happened, she still gets that hit.
Kaylin Phillips going to try and get the offense in gear for the Aggies. Of all the teams here in the tournament, the Aggies have the 6th best average. So they have been working to try and piece together who is hot. And right now they need to do it. The loser of today's game will play another game tonight at 7 o'clock.
Against Long Beach State, who beat UC San Diego. What a game that was.
So because it's double elimination, the loser of today's game will play at 7. If it is UC Davis taking on Long Beach, it will be a rematch of the first game of this tournament, a game which UC Davis won 5-3, as UC Davis looking some things over in the dugout right now. Mid-pitch 1 and 2. But the winner will advance as we continue to have the double elimination. The winner of the game will play Friday at 1 o'clock versus the winner of the game following this. So the winner of this game will take the winner of Hawaii, UC Santa Barbara. The loser will play tonight at 7 against Long Beach State.
Way to break it down, Tracy.
You're good at math, I'm good at puzzles.
It's a good combination for us then.
Kaylin Phillips, 2 and 2.
Trisha McCleskey, the redshirt junior in the circle for Fullerton.
And that has been their ace all season long. Yep. Highest number of innings, first team all Big West. And it's her first appearance in this tournament.
Has thrown the most innings of the Fullerton pitching staff with 163 coming into today with an ERA of 2.75 and a win-loss record at 16-9. A lot of innings, a lot of strikeouts with a 121.
Back up the middle, Perez has got to get the throw off. She does, and she gets Kaylin Phillips by a step.
Well played. It hit the glove of McCleskey, but she was able to still field that Perez, and she took just an extra moment to make sure that her feet were planted and that she had control of the ball, and then a great throw, hard throw to first.
Claire Shelton trying to become a 2-out base runner for the Aggies. Here in the top of the 5th, McCluskey leads the Big West in strikeouts. She also leads the conference in wins and is 3rd in ERA. First team all Big West. And she has been on everyone's radar for the past couple of years because of how many innings she pitched, but her effectiveness for Fullerton.
She has the ability to own her game, and that's what makes her so special. Really, after last season, she impressed the coaching staff with really good ball movement. And Tracy, you've already seen that she's got some pretty elite break and really good spin. So that great spin gives good break. And that is why, as you mentioned, she gets a lot of attention.
To right field and caught on the run by Paulovich for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, and Fullerton in control.
And you know it, and now it's time for the song of the game. It's White Horse by Chris Stapleton.
What's the feeling with the Aggies?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we just try to get out here and play our game, compete the whole 7 innings and see what happens. We just want to end the game and know we played our best and got after it.
Coach, you put in Maya Schultens, the freshman, and I got to tell you, I've been impressed. It took her very few pitches to get settled in as she finally found her spots. What have you seen with her in terms of control?
Yeah, I mean, she's doing a great job. She's a competitor. We're super excited to have her back, and yeah, she's doing a great job. Great experience for her.
Coach Thorpe, thanks so much for your time. Good luck.
Thank you.
Erin Thorpe in her 12th season at the helm of UC Davis. She's one of the veteran coaches because you look at the turnover in the Big West and all the new faces like Nikki Palmer, like Kendall Fern, and of course with Gina Oaks Garcia just in her 2nd season. And we've got a lot of great talent. Jo Evans in her 4th year. And of course, Panita Thanatharn out at Hawaii, all 4 years or less.
These new coaches, some of them new, some of them have been at these programs. They're really, I think what they're doing is they're sharing their experience as great former players with their current players and their staff. And it's really nice to see. I think the players deeply appreciate, you know, where their coaches have been. Somebody just like Coach Garcia for Fullerton right here, an All-American, a couple times over here.
Sarah Perez is 2 for 2 and trying to keep it going. They're sticking with Maya Schultens in the circle as she has been effective. 3 strikeouts, no runs against this high-powered Fullerton team, which leads the conference in batting average.
Good spin on that. That ball was working away from the lefty hitter.
1-2 to Sarah Perez, first team all Big West. Chopper to the left side. You know, Tammy, I feel as the day goes on and the air dries and the ground and infield dries, you see more of the slappers try and use the ground as part of their repertoire, and you get one hop and then you're off to the races.
What their role is to chop that ball hard and high so that it gives them the chance with the speed to get out of the box, because they're on that side, and the way that their footwork is while they're swinging, they're moving their momentum to first base, and with that chop, they are a very difficult out.
There you see the top 5 with UC Davis number 6, but Fullerton a robust 342. And how about the game by UC San Diego going toe-to-toe with UC Santa Barbara? They were down, they were ahead. They were down, they were ahead. They were down. It was a 3-hour, 10-minute game in which Santa Barbara advanced and won. 10-9 was the final in 9 innings.
You didn't know who was going to win that game. I mean, nobody pulled away with a lead. You thought you had a lead until you didn't. UC San Diego actually had a 4-run lead. I believe the score was 7-3 at one point, and then it disappeared. Talent level out here is very exciting.
Foul ball. 2-2 now to Sarah Perez. Our second game coming up at 4 o'clock is Hawaii, UC Santa Barbara. We see UC Santa Barbara over our right field warming up, just as we saw Hawaii a little bit ago.
Hawaii has found the shade deep left field.
Great catch at third by Gia Felice.
She actually looked in her glove to see if it stayed in there. That was a really good look by Felice. You gotta have quick reflexes. The ball's coming off the barrel pretty hard, especially on the left slappy there, or left slapper. There is Santa Barbara warming up in the field adjacent to Anderson Family Field where we are. Hawaii, like I said, they have found the shade. They were in the sun, and then they found the shade, and they eagerly await their first appearance in the Big West Championship.
Colby McClinton looking for her first hit. She got into a sacrifice and then struck out in the third. Ball low. A lot of conferences throughout the country are crowning their champion this week as we move toward NCAA postseason and on to the Softball College World Series, which is at Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Right now, Oklahoma is ranked number 1. They are the 8-time defending, or 8-time NCAA champion. But I think the likes of Texas, Texas A&M, and others have something to say about that. UCLA playing very good.
Yeah. Could say that between Oklahoma and UCLA, some of the best hitting in Division I women's softball.
And 2 pretty good coaches, too. 2-2 now to Colby McClinton. Maya Schultens has come in on relief of Grimes and has just shut down Fullerton. Foul back. 79 degrees, light winds here in Fullerton, California. We're at Anderson Family Field. Tracy Warren along with Tammy Blackburn and our entire ESPN Plus crew. They have been up all kinds of hours to bring you the best softball in the Big West.
This entire crew has been nothing but accommodating in these long days with a lot of games. We appreciate them so much and their hard work behind the scenes when we're not on air to help us get on the air and have a good call. So thank you to everybody.
Three and 2 now to Colby McClinton. Schultens Challengers are up and out. During conference play, Fullerton went 12-0 here in Fullerton. Fouls that back. And nationally, the Titans rank 40 on the first NCAA Division I softball RPI ranking of the 2026 season, their highest of the year.
Inside.
And that hitter.
Yep. Immediately a dead ball on that call.
Sarah Cosillos looking for her first hit of this game. First team All Big West. A sophomore out of Oxnard was the Big West Field Player of the Week on April 20th when she hit .444 versus Cal State Bakersfield. Cosillos has been in the #1 spot. She has moved around in the order as Gina Oaks Garcia finds the winning formula for this team. .353 average. Popped up and struck out in this game so far.
Talk about a player that will help you on both sides. Cosillos has done just that. Defensively, she is a big part of double plays and putouts with big numbers, 70 assists, 38 putouts. It's really hard not to admire her defensive prowess, which again gives this Cal State Fullerton defense one of the best in program history at 975.
The 2-1 pitch to Sarah Cosillos from the freshman, Maya Schultens. Runner going. Here's the throw, and not in time. Stolen base for Colby McClinton.
Cal State Fullerton coming into this game was 94 of 121 in terms of stolen bases, and they've picked up a couple in this game, improving and increasing their percentage on the base paths. They are deadly. What a weapon they have.
12 stolen base from McClinton, and a big swing and a miss by Cosillos. The freshman, Maya Schultens, sitting yet another Titan down.
This next hitter will be difficult. Ava Arce. You see the strikeout there by Schultens, the freshman. Got her with some speed. Cosillos was late, no contact. Arce with a home run and a double. Two runs batted in today for Arce, Tracy. Really good numbers in this first game for Fullerton. She just kind of has it all.
She was last year's Big West Player of the Year. Strike called.
Schulten taking her time.
Oh, they almost had her in a rundown. The pump fake by Calinetra almost had McClinton in a pickle. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
When this Fullerton team was playing at Hawaii, RC picked up her 100 run, batted in. She drove in a team-high 6 runs batted in with 3 home runs, 4 hits, and 3 runs scored. What a series at Hawaii.
The 2-2 pitch. Fouls that back.
This is a great hitter duel right here that we have with Schultens and RC.
And I don't get the sense that Schultens is phased at all. She doesn't know where she is in the lineup. She doesn't know that this was last year's Big West Player of the Year, or she's 2 for 2. She's just challenging her, and that's what you love to see.
You're right. A freshman in the circle and a senior in the batter's box.
Runner will move 60 feet, and now Colby McClinton is at third.
Bit of a wild pitch there for Schultens, and Kalinetra could not handle this one, couldn't even stop it. Kalinetra says, let's shake that one off. We got 2 outs. Let's not worry about the runner. Let's take care of business. It is full count.
Ooh, she hit her. Second hit by pitch by Schultens. And RC will take first. And now Cal State Fullerton runners at first and third.
Yeah, this is it's a pitch that really got away from Schultens, and RC dropping the bat. Totally inadvertent by the freshman in Schultens. Sometimes you see that with pitchers. They just have one that they lose control.
Alexia Lopez has the chance to push more runs across for Cal State Fullerton. 2 runners on, 2 outs.
That seems to be a really good spot for Schultens, and John Baca, our home plate umpire, he's been giving that one to Schultens consistently.
Strike 2.
She went outside, then she went low.
Runner is going. The fake throw, the tag, no. So RC now at second. McClinton at third. Lopez with the 1-2 count. To center field. It is playable and caught for the 3rd out of the inning by Kiara Brady. The freshman, Maya Schultens, continues to mow down Fullerton, but they're on top by 4.
All right, fans, it's time to make some noise. Our Spirit Squad is heading into the stands right now with free burger vouchers for in
Alexia Lopez, highly acclaimed, who has no errors and 28 assists. She's been on the Mexican women's national softball team roster since 2023 and hopes to play in the professional league. And there's a great article on her. She credits her father and her mother, but her father specifically because of her prowess for softball. And he says that she has a great softball IQ and that she began as a very young child playing softball, and he helped mentor her. Armando, her father, served in the military and served in the Army and is now a lieutenant in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
And you have to give credit to Coach Garcia for allowing her to call the pitches. That's, you know, not something that a lot of coaches will do. They'll want to call those from the dugout to the catcher and then relay those to the pitcher or directly to the pitcher. But she calls her own. There's a lot of faith and confidence in Coach Garcia with her doing that. She sees that she can do it.
Riley Reeves caught at short by Sarah Perez.
Number 22, Marley Panziera.
Marley Panziera singled her last time up and walked in the second.
I don't think that Fullerton is a team that overlooks anybody, but they're taking this one out at a time, knowing that they're getting close to a win. With a 4-run lead, they've got UC Davis has 5 outs left to try to turn this around. So the window is closing for UC Davis. They've got to get something going here. Fullerton taking 1 out at a time, but they know there's 5 to victory.
You know, you look at the preseason schedule for Fullerton and all of the high-level talent as McCleskey gets Panziera for the second out of the inning.
What a great 1-2 punch Hurtado and McCleskey are for the Titans in terms of pitching. Tossing 272 of the team's 331 innings combined.
Alyssa Detlefson talking about the preseason or before the conference. They went to the SEC and beat Ole Miss, lost to them as well, and then took on Kentucky, beat them, lost to Oregon, lost to Stanford, lost to Oklahoma by 1, and then beat Rutgers and came back and beat Oregon before losing to Texas Tech and Auburn. But the strength of schedule for Fullerton, just phenomenal that they're willing to take on all the best talent, including Texas Tech and Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you see Kennedy pitching at Texas Tech. You get to face somebody like that. You face Oklahoma. You're pitching against the best hitters in D1 softball.
Detlefson, 3-1. Ball 4. She is a 2-out base runner here in the top of the 6th. And we're gonna have a pinch hitter.
Attention please, pinch hitting for the Aggies, number 10, Kayla Macias.
Kayla Macias will pitch hit for Naomi Kalanetra.
Well, and I know there's some Macias fans here in the house because before the game I saw a couple of them wearing her jersey, taking their seats. And I thought, gosh, I hope she gets in today's game to be able to perform in front of her fans, which could be her family.
Well, she's got some RBIs, and that's what the Aggies need right now off McCleskey. And that ball is caught. The running grab by Maggie Polovich. And that is why they are #1 in the conference in defense. The great running catch to shut the door on the Aggies.
It all comes down to this. Be there at Cicerone Field at Anteater Ballpark on the campus of UC Irvine for the 2026 Big West Baseball Championship. Catch every pulse-pounding inning May 20th through the 24th when the Big West best battle for a conference crowd and an automatic berth in the NCAA Championship. For more information, go to bigwest.org/tickets. The 2026 Big West Baseball Championship. The road to Omaha starts here.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We'd eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
It's easy to play it safe, but that's not our story. Only the bold. It's our mission. A call for risk takers and change makers to shine. In the classroom, in the community, and in competition. Bold is our past, our future, our passion. Bold is the next level. The Big West. Only the bold.
Maggie Polovich with the great catch, and Maggie Polovich will lead us off here in the bottom of the 6th for Cal State Fullerton.
That catch was phenomenal, a lot of fun to watch. Really athletic out there in right field. She has been big time in today's game in right field.
We have seen a lot of great plays in right field in just 2 days. We saw Tyler Arbuckle for UC San Diego made some fantastic plays out there.
Several outs for Arbuckle.
6, 7, and 8, facing the freshman, Maya Schultens.
Let's not forget Detlefson's throw home to get Verhoff out. Here is that catch again by Polovich. I mean, that's a reach. Great chase. She covers a ton of green. Stretches all the way out. Sees the ball all the way in, though. Never lost track of the ball.
It's something to be said for having a feel for your field.
Yep. You know, it's when you teach angles and where the ball's going, you know, she needed to get to where the ball was going to end up, not to get where she thought it was going. She knows I've got to get to be where that ball is going to end up at my angle, at my speed. And that, you know, that's just kind of breaking down in the science that a lot of coaches will coach with.
Grounder to short. Panziera the throw. And gets Polovich for the first out.
Designated player number 6, Lulu Sanchez.
Lulu Sanchez has been in fuego. She is 2 for 2. A single and an RBI in the second and a double in the fourth. Designated player Sanchez.
Ooh, really up and in on that chin. And And that, my friends, is why you wear the extra protection on the helmet, the face mask. Quick movement there to avoid being hit.
Ball outside. Hawaii UC Santa Barbara coming up next. Always exciting when Hawaii takes the field. They are young, they are energized, and they're going to take on a very feisty defending Big West champion in UC Santa Barbara. That should be a treat, and that is coming up next on ESPN Plus, 30 minutes following the conclusion of this game. We're about 2 hours into this game, so probably see that game closer to 4 o'clock, which is its scheduled time.
Hawaii plays fearless too. If you really watch the way that they've played, they don't leave anything left on the field. They got a lot of fans too. It's just really wonderful to see. They've got people that travel, but also a lot in these areas. Orange County, they've got a big contingent in Nevada. We see that in basketball. Their fans show up and show out. For Hawaii sports, they preach and practice ohana, which is family. And it's really a great community.
It is team above self.
Yep.
Lulu Sanchez battling. 3-2. Still battling. And a great catch at second base by Reeves. Getting some great defense by the Aggies.
Reeves, she's been solid at second base. Another one of those great young players. Boy, Tracy, when you look down the roster for UC Davis, you know that there is greatness coming at the helm. Aaron Thorpe, a chance to develop these players, very young talent. Skill level that's really high, a good pitching staff that they can work with.
Verhoff, 2-1. Looking at the top polls, the top 10, Oklahoma for softball is #1, followed by Nebraska with Jordy Fram as their pitcher, Alabama, Texas Tech, and Arkansas. UCLA is at #8.
I think there's an outlier there too in the Midwest with Oklahoma State.
They are at 15.
They took one from Texas, took one from Oklahoma. They've had some big wins.
Oregon at Oregon is at 11, and Verhoff goes to first base. On 2 outs, and a chat in the circle as they face the #9 hitter. Sophia Newcomb will come back in. After the walk to Verhoff, she becomes a 2-out base runner. Sophia Newcomb will step in. Freshman Maya Schultens is doing a fantastic job since she came in the 3rd inning. No runs given up. Runner is going. They square. And the tag is late. Stolen base for Kate Veerhoff.
A one-hopper throw by Kalinetra down to Panziera. Good pickup there by Panziera. Pretty close play there, but good speed by Veerhoff.
13 stolen base for Veerhoff. Sophia Newcomb now, 0-1. Strike 2.
2 really good pitches back-to-back by Schultens.
Is ahead of the curve. How much freshman talent have we seen? We saw great freshman pitching, UC San Diego. We're seeing it here, UC Davis. Just so much talent in this conference.
Tracy, I agree, and when I think about what that's going to do for this league, is obviously iron sharpens iron, and it's going to make everybody better. Ooh. That contact nearly hit Sarah Perez, who is on deck. She is in the on-deck circle. That ball came off the bat of Newcomb. A rocket there is Perez, and she nearly got hit. That was just inches.
The 1-2 pitch, 2 outs, runner on second. Up to the left side, it is playable, and it is caught by Gia Felice for the 3rd out of the inning. The freshman Maya Schultens continues to close the door on Fullerton. But right now, they've got the 4-0 edge.
Look at this snag by Gia Felice of UC Davis, following it all the way in, battling the sun. Her glasses are on her visor. They weren't even over her eyes, but she had to contend with the end of the dugout down there and some facility workers. What a catch, and then she gets to get a chance in this inning to get going here.
9-1-2 for UC Davis, and this is who you want up. This has been their point, or their run producers, and has given them the ability to stay in games. First pitch swinging, and that ball is just foul.
Just like Polovich to dive for that one. That great replay of Gia Felice making that catch. Comes to you a la Corey Hines with great camel work. Again, thanking our crew.
Gia Felice is on deck.
There he is right there. And he's got the umbrella. Smart.
What is that on? What has he got on his head? What is that he's wearing?
He's got some kind of a hat with a brim and then I think a towel hanging off.
That's style. 1-1. There we go. But check that action out. There, that is some.
Oh, it's one of those awesome hats that covers the back of your neck. Corey, you so smart.
Especially in 80-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
He's the smartest of all of us.
Yep.
1-2. Chopper, foul ball.
Foul ball.
So to remind folks, the winner of this game will move on and play tomorrow at 1 o'clock. They will face the winner of the next game between Hawaii and UC Santa Barbara and maintain in the winner's bracket. The loser of this game will go to the elimination bracket where they will face Long Beach tonight at 7 o'clock.
I thought Kate Barnett, pitcher for Long Beach, really did a nice job yesterday. She got hit a little bit, but I thought she really went the long haul. And Kendall Ferns went to her in that second game.
Up the middle, and that falls in. A single for Kiera Brady to lead off the 7th inning.
Just like Brady to do that. She is just so solid.
And that will bring up the top of the order in Gia Felice. Felice has been playing with a lot of passion. We saw the great catch at third, but also a couple opportunities. Just got thrown out at first. She struck out on a pitch that she thought was questionable. But she is first team All Big West and leads the team in average, and she has an opportunity as the outfield is playing her shallow.
She was frustrated with her strikeout, slammed her bat into the field. And then she convinced her coach to challenge whether she was out or safe. UC Davis did not win the challenge, but it took a while for them to, because it was a bang-bang play.
That ball is to second base, playable and caught by Colby McClinton for the first out of the inning. You know, I think if you're Fullerton and you can get the 1-2, which is what they've pretty much been able to do, is handle Gia Felice and Sydney Poley, then you know things are going your way, because this is a very tough top of the lineup for UC Davis. Poley 1 for 3 on the day.
Well, Aaron Thorpe will tell you that Gia Felice and Sydney Poley are just downright getting it done this season. And that's a big reason why UC Davis is in the position they are here today. She said sometimes we don't always look pretty, but they help us make things happen. McCluskey really having to bring a lot of spin. Sydney Poley is a hitter that will, you put something just in the area and she's going to drive that ball through.
You know, you see McCluskey, she works the upper part of the zone and the lower part of the zone, and she'd love to get a ground ball here and get a double play to get out of this game. Two and two to Sydney Poley. Runner on first. And that ball is roped to left field. Runners at first and second and 1 out. And a collision, a delayed dead ball at first with a collision with Poli and the first baseman, Ava Arce.
Yeah, I mean, Arce hit the dirt hard. Her sunglasses flew off her visor. Watch this contact, and Poli was trying to round first base. Arce looked like she was trying to get position and just knocked Arce down to the ground. She's okay. Her glasses flew off.
And what we saw after that play was home plate umpire John Baca look into the dugout for Fullerton and issue a warning because it was a delayed dead ball, a collision happened, and she's got to give the runner the right of way. But 2 runners on, 1 out, and the number 3 hitter in Kaylin Phillips steps in. Phillips 0 for 2 with a walk in the 3rd. That ball gets away. Runners will advance 60 feet, and now 2nd and 3rd for the Aggies.
Look at this. Both runners in scoring position. It's a 4-run lead. McCleskey just absolutely loses control of that ball. A late release, just flies over Lopez's head as the catcher.
And the number 4 hitter, Claire Shelton, is on deck. So as Aaron Thorpe talks things over, Kaylin Phillips has a 1-1 count. No activity in Fullerton's bullpen. McCleskey's gonna have to bear down. Ball on the outside part of the plate. And there goes some activity in UC Davis, which for them says, hey, maybe there's gonna be a bottom of the 7th. We're gonna tie this thing up. And Fullerton will regroup here in the circle. So, Tammy, what are you thinking now with McCleskey? A little bit of control issues here in the 7th, and it's been the top of the order now, and you're facing 3 and 4 with runners on.
Yeah, she has lost a little bit of that control, and I think right now she just needs a little time. This is what is happening in the circle. The team knows that she just needs a little time. She could possibly be just feeling a little bit of pressure and overthinking this game situation, but she has to remember she's got a 4-run lead. She has the best defense in program history and this league behind her to back her up. I know 2nd and 3rd is not a forced play with 1 out, but this Fullerton team can do some work. They can give up a run here and get the 2nd out. That would be okay.
Kaylin Phillips to the right side. That ball coming in strong is Paulovich, and the runners will hold.
Another great catch by Paulovich with speed. McClinton was chasing from 2nd, and Paulovich was coming in from right field, and the 2 of them meet right there, and Paulovich said, I saw you the whole time because McClinton couldn't see Paulovich. Her eyes were looking up. Big, big out.
Claire Shelton with 2 outs. First pitch swinging, and that will be the 3rd out. Colby McClinton gloves it for the 3rd out. Fullerton goes on to win this game 4-0. And they will move on to our 1 o'clock game tomorrow to play the winner of the next game between Hawaii and UC Santa Barbara. For UC Davis, it will be a rematch. They move to the elimination bracket where they will play Long Beach State tonight at 7 o'clock. They earlier beat the Beach 5-3 in the first game of this series. Tammy, for Cal State Fullerton, they came out early, they got their runs, and then they held with the pitching.
2 in the bottom of the 1st and 2 runs in the bottom of the 2nd. They held the 4-run lead. They did it with defense, and in every position on this team, they stepped up and performed. UC Davis, they did a nice job of putting pressure, but it was a little bit too little too late.
Cal State Fullerton. This is their first win in the Big West Championships, and they are going to savor it, and they're moving on to the next round in the winner's bracket. A Fullerton win, and we are coming back to Anderson Family Field for more Big West softball. Of the next game, Hurtado gets the win, Grimes the loss, and with us right now is Cal State Fullerton, Ava Arce. Ava, you guys went right to work early on. It's almost like you guys wanted to just get out ahead and attack the ball. You had the 2-run home run in the first. What was the mindset offensively?
Honestly, I was just going in with a good attitude, and I was like, well, first inning of the game, what do I have to lose? Let's go for it. And it worked out, so I'm happy.
Okay, I have 2 questions for you. Number 1, are you okay? Because you hit the deck pretty hard at first base with Sydney. Okay, you're good.
Yeah, I'm all good.
All right. Prior to that, though, your bat was really working for you. You hit a homer, you hit a double. This seems to be kind of the way that you roll, and I'm just wondering what you were seeing from the UC Davis pitching staff that allowed you to hit those ropes.
Honestly, they just left him over the plate, and I haven't gone too many over the plate this season, so when I saw it, I took a hack, and it worked out in my favor, so yeah, thank you.
Ava, you're going to be facing the winner of the next game. Will you guys hang around and watch a little bit?
I'm assuming, yeah, but I think a lot of us will hang out with our families and just enjoy the moments while we have them, especially for us seniors. We're just going to love every second of it no matter what, so.
Well, you got some dance partners in the background. Enjoy this win. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Ava Arce from the winning team, Cal State Fullerton, 4-0 winners as they move on. Our updated bracket looks like this. As Cal State Fullerton beats UC Davis, they will move on. And we have Hawaii, UC Santa Barbara coming up next. That is going to do it from Game 1 from Anderson Family Field for Big West Softball. For Tammy Blackburn, I'm Tracy Warren saying so long from Fullerton, California, where Cal State Fullerton beats UC Davis 4-0. We've got Hawaii, UC Santa Barbara coming up at 4 o'clock.